Be exact, man. We live up in here. Been a long time since I was able to go live in this magnitude like this. But I wanted to show y'all the process, man. I'm on song number 8. As y'all can see, I got the whole setup and stuff. I got the network, everything set up. And make sure y'all go follow me on YouTube Music, man. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, man. That's how we get down. LN Production, man. Straight up and down. I've been doing this for years. And, I just wanted everybody to understand, you know, what goes into this process, man. It's not easy, man. This is not easy by far. This is hard. All right, y'all. I'm back on here to try to share it to Facebook so people can come in and check it out. But I'm gonna let y'all hear the verses that I got, man, and then I'm gonna let y'all. It's rough draft to me, but I may let it go on here because it's too much ambience, man. I gotta move forward with this project. I gotta get this over and done with, so I can start prepping for the new stuff and move forward to the next thing, man. Me producing and mass producing and stuff for not just myself, for others and stuff like that. But
I'm trying
uh,
to eat an entire
I'm
beef
gonna let you listen real quick
and
uh,
aside
to
from
how
that,
the song sound. Are y'all ready? Here you go.
tonight.
This all
Are you going to
rough
watch
draft,
Lucifer?
unedited.
I hope you niggas survive
No,
when the city is shot.
not when I'm not here.
This is survival for the
No,
hopeless.
when I'm
Yeah.
here.
This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have to clear it up, so it could be a little bit clearer. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta clear it up. So this is what I do uh, to clear up all my tracks. Only thing I'm not gonna clear up the actual soundtrack. That's the one thing I'm not gonna clear up. So I'm turning on my lights real quick for y'all, man. Probably gonna be able to see. And I should go get my vlogging stick because I got like a handheld where I can hold this damn phone because this the phone I'm on right now. This the iPhone 15 I'm on. This impressive so far. I was gonna get the 16, but it is what it is. Let me get my vlogger stick because this damn thing is starting to get hot. So yeah, there go Princess Zaire. That's it right there. And Princess Lyrics in the room. So this ain't gonna be that long of a live. I ain't gonna be on that long. Just trying to. I did a vlog too earlier of me recording the second verse and rehearsing the second verse. Not recording, but rehearsing the second verse earlier today. And it's like I don't know what's going on, man, but it seemed like to me, um, I don't think they want me to get out here in the public like that, man. That's what I'm really starting to. I'm getting the vibe from Chicago like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I'm being gatekeeped. That's why I'm really believing that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been here a long time dealing with this shit, man. And that's why I'm trying to document everything. Especially y'all know I'm a YouTuber and stuff, and they're just making it hard, man. Like for certain people, individuals to be successful and get to the next level. And it's like I'm just trying to just do my production thing. And like I sat there and watched Tyler Perry and Jeezy. They had like a round table with um what's his name? He like GP. Are you with me? Oh yeah. He got what's his name? Um, shit. What's his damn name, man? Y'all know his name, man. He got mixed on GP. Are you with me? Oh yeah. He tried to replace Hammer and shit, but he couldn't dance. And he can't. He everybody say he look like Plies. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. Um, what's my mellow name, man? Somebody gotta tell me my mellow name. If I don't even think I'm live on, they be fucking with my live while I be making it public. Well, I can't even see nobody, man. Nobody can see me. Um, what's his name, man? Y'all know his damn name. Shit, gospel singer. What's his name? I forget his damn name, man. Like, damn, it's on the tip of my tongue, man. But Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. My blog is stick ain't even screwing in. Y'all know who I'm talking about. What's his damn name, man? What's my cousin name? Um, you know who made the song GP? Are you with me? Oh yeah, we got the GP. Are you with me? Oh yeah, yeah. You know who I'm talking about, right? Damn, what's his name? Anyway, it's gonna come to me while we doing the stream and stuff, man. But anyway, I'm gonna show y'all how I edit my vocals and stuff, man, so I can get them a little bit clearer. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm doing this as a rough draft live, I still want my shit to be clear so y'all can hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I got my notes here and stuff, man. Like, I had went back into the vault just to find my old settings and everything that I normally do. So I gotta click off these two right here because I don't want these two being edited. Okay, so I gotta click off these two, but everything else is gonna be edited. The vocals gonna be those are the soundtracks right there. Um, so I gotta select everything again, and mind y'all, I'm doing this one-handed. Okay, so I know I gotta come over here to the keyboard and press Control. So I gotta hold my camera right here for a second. Hold on, I gotta press Control. So, and click off these. See, I pressed the wrong thing. I forget. Hold on. It's supposed to be shift, but I'm on the wrong damn shit over here. Hold on. Edit select all. I'm trying to be is I don't know why it's not working for me tonight, man. Edit, select all. It's not that hard. It's just Kirk Franklin. That's his damn name. Kirk Franklin. There we go. I'm pressing control. I don't know why I wasn't working on control just to highlight the soundtrack. So y'all seen that? Okay, but anyway, let's get to the edit. So now I got all the vocals highlighted. All right. These are all the vocals right here. And I'm gonna have to put envelopes maybe on the vocals, the actual like verses and stuff. And see up here, same thing with this, but it depends on how I edit the like the mute the vocals and stuff. Like that's why I got the overhead the output speakers here. But anyway, my settings, what I normally do, I start off with my graphic EQ. So I go up into my process. Y'all probably can see it from right here. And I go into my graphic EQ. And I put these on sevens right here. Just the four of them. That's it. Seven, four sevens, right? And I don't even got to audition it because if I audition it, it's going to take too long and that takes up memory and all that stuff. Okay? So I've been doing this for a long time. I put the graphic EQ on there. It don't even take that long. And it's like with these edits, I started listening to it in the car and I listened to some of my old stuff, like this published like this right here. And this right here sound pretty damn good. With the new, like I added some new stuff like with my edits too, like with my vocals, like with the actual what am I saying? With my actual like clearing up the vocals, I added some more to it. Even though I'm using Fruit Loops too at the same time, to mix it and stuff like that. But I added some more to get the more clarity out of it. Now, I can't say if I was recording in soundproof, like in a like the washroom or something like that, in one of our closets, it'd be less ambience, and then my recordings will come out a little bit more clearer. Any recording software you have is good software. So If y'all got some programs out there and y'all brand new to this stuff, man, don't get down on yourself. Just know that you got quality. You just don't know how to use your shit yet. Okay. Any software, if you able to get your hands on any recording software, you can turn it into something that's like a top elite program. And it don't even have to be like one of the best programs to record on. You'll be surprised where a lot of people recordings have came from. Like that's why a lot of people they be underground and stuff, and they be in basements and shit, and you know closets recording their stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you do it as a producer or as an engineer. And you got a lot of people out here recording on a lot of different programs. Like they recording like right now on, like I told y'all, the Fruity Loop program, and it's so clear. And it's like when I was watching DDG do his stuff live, you know, it's a lot of ambience. He be having a lot of people there, like in the on the set while he recording, and it be a lot of ambience. So I be trying to figure out that part right there. So I guess when I get on FL Studio and I start recording, I can figure out how to do the noise silence or whatever, just to drop the ambience in the background with other people being in the room because it's like a live. Like how can I put it? He in a room size, but it's like a live. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's other people there. They talking and shit while the artists are recording, and they're not picking up none of the. And it could be because of the microphone too, because this is the omnidirectional microphone. He may not have an omnidirectional microphone, and this is with his DDG Live. As y'all know, he recorded one of his records like that with Wiz Khalifa and a couple other people, the baby and stuff. Yeah, they kept going back over there, and they wasn't in no booths or nothing like that. They was just recording like that's how Waka Flocka record too. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how the engineer go about recording the individual, and they got to know the program. Like I know this program pretty good too, and my homie Roddy Rob rubbed my program, and that let me know there was quality and stuff. 'Cause I paid $600 for this damn program, and this program is obsolete now, but it still can be used. Like y'all seen, I'm using it, and that's why I tested when I put it up on. Um, I put the program, I put the songs up on my YouTube channel, as y'all have seen. Um, some of the like like the not the demos, but I put 4 songs up there, and these are actual finalized songs that I'm just gonna use for the record. I'm not gonna go back and do anything else and re-record them because there's too much ambience over here now, more than ever now than it has ever been. And the quality sound, like when I listen to my old stuff, like I was telling y'all, my quality sound way better. Like in some instances, because the way I'm recording without like a lot of effects, it sounds pretty damn good. So I know if I was in a little bit more quieter setting, like if I was, soundproofing, if I'm in the washroom, like how Steve O from Eyes Wide Production, Black Family Records, groomed us, and he had me in the washroom, me balling up, we was in the washroom, and it was like a natural reverb because it was no washrooms are kind of enclosed in, and they got like an echo to it, especially if you take all the curtains and shit like out of there, you know, and it's like a good soundproof area to record. So he he had us recording up in there, and that learned me something too, about recording. But I didn't like the reverb, the natural reverb, where the echo sound, it's like a how can I describe it? It was like a depth to the vocal, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a reverb. It wasn't like an echo. It was like a reverb, and it's like I didn't like that was on phone call. I didn't like the way it was recorded. I wanted that song to be more like soundproofed out. Okay, I don't know how to really explain it the way I'm saying it, but I wanted that to be soundproofed out more because the quality of the beat, and then uh, I got a better way to metaphor. Like if y'all ever heard 8 Ball and MJG, um, you know, well, pretty much 8 Ball when he made his record Lost. And the way he recorded that song, Psychodrama, Drama in My Life, the way they recorded that was so, it was that without a lot of effects. It was no effects on it really. And it was the way they recorded it, it was so clear. You know what I'm saying? It was like the sound was like so tight where that whole record was if you was like in a car. That's the best metaphor I can explain it. Like when Eminem he recorded that one of his records in the car with Obi Trice, way back in the day, and he had dropped them jewels. He was like, man, this is a good way to record. Like in the car, he said they asked him like, well, because they was trying to figure out how his shit was so crystal clear, and it sound good. Like like it was so the sound quality was nice. Cars are probably the best next. It's probably the best way to record if you're not in a booth. The car is probably the next best thing. That's why a lot of musicians they record in their car because it's so soundproof and it's tight. It's insulated. You know what I'm saying? If y'all starting to catch the drift of where I'm coming from. Okay, so it's like that's why I didn't want to hook this up to no internet. This computer right here because of that reason. Um, because I wanted it to be, I can move it around if need be. I could take it somewhere like if I was to go like rent a cabin or somewhere, rent a hotel room or something like that. Even though the higher you go up, but even though it's loud everywhere you go, but a lot of people they be going to hotel rooms too, and they be recording. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how the individual uh, approaches the situation, especially if you're a producer, engineer, whatever. You know, that's how a lot of people be approaching the situation, man. And that's what they be doing. But anyway, um, I'm starting to put the final edits on this thing right here. I didn't write this down right here, but I kind of know this setting right here. This is the uh, FX equalizer, okay? And this is another good one, but it's like the way I was using this one, it's like it had, you know, my levels and everything, and it made the quality of the vocal sound better. Now, I know y'all probably will have to rewind this live to go back to hear the beginning when I started playing this um, song without any edits on it, and it was sounding kind of muffled. Now listen to how it sounds now. Now, mind you, I gotta tweak the radio too at the same time because the output gives you the best output quality, so you could know how to edit your shit. That's why if you ever go in the studio, you'll see a lot of people with those output speakers. They got speakers because they got to hear the sound, and that's one way they can mix it. That's why they be having a mixer. But if I wish I had a mixer, and I thought I was gonna come up on a mixer when I went down to, that was right here. When I went to the pawn shop to get my Xbox back out the pawn shop, and he's still in his bassinet, and I gotta wait to get his bed, man, because I gotta pay the daycare. But I had seen like a little 12-track mixer board that was down there. It was a little small one. And it was like an 8-track. And I was like, damn, I was gonna grab it at the pawn shop. And when I came back, that motherfucker was gone. Cause I could have plugged it right in and I could have been using that mixer board with the program that I have and with Sonar, and I could have tweaked my knobs a little bit more better because the mixer gives you a little bit more depth and better like sound quality that you're gonna be looking for like when you trying to master your shit. But anyway, let's listen.
Yeah.
Y'all hear the vocals sound a little clearer?
I hope you niggas survive in a city of shine. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah. Or they gonna knock you out your focus.
And now I can start potting up the volume on the soundtrack to feel around the vocals.
Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah. Or they gonna knock you out your focus. Yeah. They got that red dot on your head. They got a close-up view to catch a scope before the dead. They can see you and they remember everything you said while you were blamming at the lips. Sounding like the feds. Like you up in the shits and there's no way you can flip. And they all up in the mix and they coming with them sticks. And they not gonna play no games when these niggas start to rip and unleash that shit, that hellfire shit, the missiles that it clip, that will leave metal sick, and know it's not a game. When these niggas start to aim and book out your brain, shot go feel the pain, and be hopeless without saying, so why would you be sane? Cause niggas not sane, and emotionally they deranged, and they will cop back things and aim it at their main. And these niggas true to it, that's all the niggas saying. And these niggas true to it, that's all the niggas saying, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused, yeah. Or they gon' knock you out your focus, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused, yeah. Or they gon' knock you out your focus, yeah. Your mouth still leaking for them. That's okay, they're coming back to spray your ass again. Cause you was filling in and leaving them to them. And they coming to jam, so it's best you need to scram. And get up out the land, like a nigga on the limb. With no motherfucking plan, and know what the fucking been. Cause you was back in the band and messing with my man.
Yeah, this definitely rough. I'm gonna record this over when I want more soundproof, quiet and stuff. But yep, as long as I got the verses in there, now I can burn this to CD. As I export it, I can burn it to CD now, and I could use it. I could use it as a demo just to practice with, until I get my learn the whole song. All right.
But now he's out the can, cause he got a part of my fam. So now we back on, so go on and hit the phone, cause I got a special tone. When niggas start to roam, y'all forget I'm wrong, we wrong. And as soon as shot the phone, but now what the hell is wrong? So nigga, don't you wrong, cause that could be the last time your ass supposed to throw in my kingdom, cause I'm calm. Now get your ass on, cause you don't want to problem with me, cause I can get you gone. Cause you don't want to problem with me, cause I can get you gone, yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. I think that was because I had it's so based out. That was the actual soundtrack that was making the vocals kind of crack. So the vocals are clear.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna have to keep this down low.
Yeah, when niggas, you gotta stay
The soundtrack.
Yeah, or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, your mouth still leaking for them. That's okay, they coming back to spray your ass again. Cause you was filling in and leaving them to them.
No.
And they coming to jam, so it's best you need to scram. And get up out the land, like a nigga on the limb. With no motherfucking plan, and know what the fucking been. Cause you was back in the band and messing with my man. But now he's out the can, cause he got part of my fam. So now we back on, so go on and hit the phone.
I'm talking about Puffy.
Special tone, when niggas start to roam, y'all forget I won't be wrong. And as soon as shot the phone, but now what the hell is wrong? So nigga, don't you wrong, cause that could be the last time your ass supposed to throw in my kingdom, cause I'm calm. Now get your ass on, cause you don't want to problem with me, cause I can get you gone. Cause you don't want to problem with me, cause I can get you gone, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused, yeah. Or they gon' knock you out your focus, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused, yeah. Or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, you should already know that they're gonna deal with shit. When they stuck you for your forget, your peso, your grip. Then they caught you out of bounds, then they lined up with shit. They sent you to the crossroads, your fear I got my shit. So don't you even trip, and let's not fucking forget that you was already hopeless when you came through the go big. Now you standing, and this shit's a motherfucking trip. And you stuck up in the clutch, and you know it around the pimp. And you ain't got no arms, it's best you rotate from this bitch. Because niggas get the tweaking, they gon' run live and shit. Now I'm speaking true religion, so take heed to this bitch. Because when it's all said and done, you gonna be needing my shit. So stop acting fall because we don't play that bullshit. And niggas ready to do shit. I'm just saying this shit. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits, yeah. Just on the problem with me, cause I can get you gone. Cause you don't want the problem with me, cause I can get you gone, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused, yeah. Or they gon' knock you out the focus.
Y'all hear it?
Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the
I just took it back to the second verse. I got to cut something out.
You gotta stay focused, yeah. Or they gon' knock knock you out your focus. Yeah, you should already know never done deal with shit. When they stuck you for you to get your peso, the grip. Then they caught you out of bounds. Then they lined up with shit. And sent you to the crossroad with your Ferragamo shit. So don't you even trip. And let's not fucking forget that you was already hopeless when you came through the go, bitch. Now you standing and this shit a motherfucking trip. And you stuck up in the clutch and you moving around the pimp. If you ain't got no arms, it's best you rotate from this bitch. Because niggas get the tweaking, they gon' run live this shit. And I'm speaking true religion, so take heed to this bitch. Because when it's all said and done, you gon' be needing my shit. So stop having fun because we don't play that bullshit. And niggas ready to beat shit, I'm just saying this shit. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless.
I heard something back on, probably like the second verse.
Focused. Yeah, or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, this is survival for
There's
the
a
hopeless.
pesky ass fly flying around at 2:30 in the morning.
For the hopeless. Yeah.
To knock his ass senseless.
Stay focused. Yeah, when they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, I can already tell you right now. Half your motherfucking niggas are fun. And y'all ain't gonna know when they survive. When the city is shy.
And see, one way I mix my shit, I go to their mixer right here. Look. So we're gonna take it all the way back and I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna level it without adding extra, volume and all that stuff. So listen.
Yeah.
Y'all see the levels right there?
I hope you niggas survive. Yeah, the city is shy.
The whole you trying to make sure it don't be potting up too high, right?
This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless.
These the vocals right here, see?
My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah, or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless.
These the soundtracks, right?
This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, my niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah, or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, they got that red dot on your head. They got a close-up view, got the scope before the dead. They can see you, and they remember everything you said while you were blamming at the lips, sounding like the feds. And you up in the shits, and there's no way you can flip, and they all up in your midst, and they come up with them sticks, and they not gonna play no game when these niggas start to rip and unleash that shit, that hellfire shit. Don't listen to the clip, don't believe better sick, and know it's not a game when these niggas start to aim and work out your brain. Shot will feel the pain when you go to without saying, so why would you be sane? Cause niggas not sane, and the mostly they the rain, and they will cut back things.
This is a pretty good program still. Y'all see I got a level? I ain't letting it pot too hard over.
That's all the niggas saying, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, this is survival for the
When I would try to have the chorus lines and the vocals on the same level. Like this is 0.5.
Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless.
I'm gonna do the same thing for the chorus line.
This is survival for the hopeless.
0.5.
But niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah, or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, your mouth still leaking for them. That's okay, they coming back to spray your ass again. Cause you was filling in and leaving them to them. And they coming to jam, so it's best you need to scram. And get up out the land, like a nigga on the land. With no more fucking plan, and no the fucking band. Cause you was wrecking the band and messing with my man. But now he's out the can, cause he got pardoned by fam. So now we back home, so go on and hit the phone. Cause I got a special tone, when niggas start to roam. Y'all forget I'm rolling wrong, and the city shot the phone. But now
That sounds pretty clear. Hold on, let's go all the way back.
Yeah. I hope you niggas survive. Yeah, the city is shy. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. But niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah. Or they gon' knock you off your focus.
Now if I turn it up, it'll all be leveled out right. Look, listen.
Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused.
Y'all hear it?
Yeah, but they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah, they got that red dot on their head. They got a close up view.
That's radio quality.
For the dead. They can see you, and they remember Everything you see, while you were glamming at the lips, sounding like the beds. Like you up in the sheets, and I know when you can flip, and they all up in your lips, and they coming with them sticks, and they not gonna play no games. When these niggas start to rip,
Always use y'all mix.
that shit, that hellfire shit. Don't listen to the clip, no the lead medicine, and know it's not a game. When these niggas start to aim and buck out your brain, shall go filled with pain and be hopeless without saying. So why would you be saying? Cause niggas not sane, and emotions they the range, and they were copy.
The last verse when SJ came in here, she started turning on the fans and all that.
And these niggas truthful, that's all the niggas saying. Yeah.
But there's one way to get around that too. I could put noise silence on it, you know, but it'll start dropping out some of the background of vocals. You gotta know how to manipulate y'all programs. So I'm gonna export this out and I'm gonna use it as a demo.
Yeah, your mouth still leaking for them. That's okay when they coming back to spray your ass again. Cause you was filling in and leaving them to them. And they coming to jam. So it's best you need to scram and get up out the land like a nigga on the land with no motherfucking plan and no fucking bed. Cause you was wrecking the band and messing with my man. But now he's out the can cause he got pardoned by fam. So now we back home. So go on and hit the phone. Cause I got a special tone when niggas start to roam. Don't forget to roll me wrong and see the shock of home.
That sound pretty damn good.
Nigga, don't you wrong, cause that could be the last time your ass supposed to come. My kingdom, cause I'm calm, like get your ass home. Cause you don't want the problem with me, cause I can get you gone. Cause you don't want the problem with me, cause I can get you gone, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah.
And I don't even gotta add nothing else to it, like no punch-ins or none of that shit. I mean, I could, but I'm on some 50 Cent, Big Raw shit.
This is survival for the hopeless.
Kanye.
Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless. Yeah,
right there. Y'all heard that?
But they can knock you out the focus.
I gotta get that out of there.
Yeah, you already know they was about to deal with shit. When they stuck you for you to get your pace slow, your grip. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah,
okay, see, it's right here. Right here, y'all see right here? When it first came in with this before the actual verse came in, so I gotta cut this part out. So what I do is, now it's highlighted, right? So now I gotta use the control over here. So hold on, I gotta put this right here, use the control. So we just wanna highlight these tracks right here. So we'll unclick everything, and then we highlight these tracks, and then I just move the cursor back, and we cutting out right here. So I'm gonna split it. Oh, hold on. And just delete those right there. And normally, like, if it was like a verse or something, or if it was a long, like how I got the intro, and then there's the outro right here. If y'all can see that, this the intro and outro. Normally, I can bounce the clip, this whole thing. I would have to highlight all this right here to get all this to connect, you know, to the intro right over here in the front. But I mean, that's like if it was an ad-lib track too or something like that. I would have to bounce the clip. You know, if I did like a lot of edits or something like that, that's to get the actual track back, like, you know, together after you cut out a lot of stuff. So I would bounce the clip. So I would just highlight wherever I cut it, like over here, and then I would just highlight the tracks that I want to be bounced the clip at, you know. And that's where it's here to do that, and it'll put everything back together. But anyway, I cut out that part, so now we're gonna play it to see how it sounds. This is, I cut over here. This is like the last verse that's about to come in. But right before the last verse, y'all heard that little voice part, so.
Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless. Yeah,
I cut that out. So far, the whole song sounds pretty cool. This is the last verse that's got an issue though.
That's okay, they're coming back to spray your ass again. Cause you was filling in and leaving them.
No, that's the second verse right there. The last verse is really where all the issues at, because When she came in, she started turning on fans and stuff like that. But sometimes that could be overlooked, you know.
But they gon' knock you out the focus. Yeah, you already know they gonna deal with shit. When they stuck you for you to get your peso, your grip.
Y'all can hear the ambience in the background. Can y'all hear?
Up and shit. And take you to the crossroads. Your parents got my shit. So don't you even trip. And let my fucking forget that you was already hopeless when you came through the go bit. Now you standing and this shit.
But it had got she. It was kind of quiet. She wasn't banging nothing, so I probably can get away with it.
Because niggas get the tweaking, they gon' unlive this shit. And I'm speaking to the business to take heed to this bitch. Because when it's all said and done, you gon' be needing my shit. So stop acting for because we don't play that bullshit.
I might keep this as a, you know, a final version, so I can move on to the next damn song.
We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits.
Hold on, I think I heard something right here. Hold on.
We making fucking hits. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits. Yeah.
Because she started to walk. I don't know where it picked up at, but I think it picked up in the chorus line. Because I had started recording the chorus line because the verse was already done. But I heard her walk and the flow had cracked. Now listen.
Understand this shit. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits. Yeah.
So I'm going to cut all this out right here. Because this is the last chorus line. And I think that's where she walked. Or it may be in the actual verse. Well, I can't cut it out. And in that instance, I would cut, you know, around the area, and I would do like noise silence up here. Let me show y'all. With normalizer, sometimes normalizer, and then it's another one. Normalizer, and it's like a noise silence thing up in here too that I would find, and I would use that remove silence, but that's gonna remove like the vocals, you know, if I remove the silence, you know, or whatever. But anyway. I'm gonna cut this out. So what I gotta do is like I gotta highlight these two right here. And one way I could do it without pressing control, I could press I pressed I highlighted track 6 over here on the left side. And I think it's track 7. It will matter of fact it's track 6 because that's the bottom. And all I gotta do is this. Hold on. Y'all see that? Highlight the bottom, and then I can just drag the cursor over the time or the the measure, and then it will cut. Well, you know, it will highlight everything. So I'm gonna cut out all this right here. I'm gonna let it play and just cut all that out. This right before the chorus line come in. So I'm gonna cut all that out. Now let's play it and let's see if we hear it.
Understand this shit. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits, yeah.
Yep, it was in the chorus line. And I'm gonna select everything again.
For the hopeless, yeah. I mean, you gotta stay focused, yeah. When they gon' knock you out the focus, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless.
This when she was in the room and it was kind of quiet. Fans still blaring and stuff, but y'all may real listeners, they'll be able to, you know, like their sound system is real good. They'll hear all that shit.
Yeah, I can already tell you right now. After you motherfuckers
outro.
Y'all ain't gonna know when this survive. When the city is shot.
Now I may cut this back part out right here.
We get spilled. We kill and will. So, motherfucker, know that you hopeless. You come through here on that bullshit. Motherfucker, strap armed up to this. T in this bitch. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna cut out this right here because I heard all that is fan in the background. After I say yeah. And cut that out right there. You just try to get the best recording you can, like especially in your circumstances. Like I could say like the little shorties over there in the O block, they in high rises, so that's why a lot of the time when they record, hold on, I gotta undo that because I had the sound, I had everything. I got everything selected. I forgot. So So like I did before, like remember I did before, I gotta highlight the bottom and drag over the time where I want the tracks to be. There we go. And be cutting out the back part right here after I say yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I was saying, the shorties over there in the O block, they didn't have risers, right? So it's easier to reduce the ambient sound because they up so high. I'm up high too, but I'm not high enough. But I'm still hearing traffic and all that shit. So it's like that. That's the benefit of. That's why a lot of them, they artists, they quality of their music was sounding so damn good. Because they up so fucking high in the way they record. You know, they in them little closets and shit up there. I've been in the old block. I had a little vet and shit before she went to Arizona. I used to go over there and kick it with her, smash her and all that shit. You know, I'm a real OG around here. My homies been up in there, all that shit. Niggas I done came up with in the hundreds used to be over there. But okay, we got somebody coming in live. But anyway, for those that just coming in, welcome to LCDAONE Man Live, baby. I'm going over, just letting people hear like the recording of um, Survival of the Hopeless, and I'm just doing the master on it right now. Like it's clear as hell, so I think I'm gonna let it ride, man.
I hope you niggas survive. Yeah, the city is shine. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless.
Okay, so now we about to export it out. So the way I got to do it now because of this system, okay, and the program and stuff. It's like I don't know what happened. Like after I started exporting like the first 4 or 5 songs, it wouldn't let me export back out so I can record it in a disc part. Like I exported the songs out into a disc. So now I had to go back through Fruity Loop, and that was I remembered the way I used to do it. Like, and I think that was one of the issues because it was like memory or something. I don't know. That was taking up a lot of space where I had to do it that way. So um, I'm just following suit. So the way I got to do it, so I'm exporting it out. I got to export it into Fruity Loop, right? If I was putting a sample or something into Fruity Loop, so I gotta type in. So I'm gonna find a directory where I want to export it into. So I gotta go through programs, and I'm sending it to. This is Fruity Loop. So I'm sending it to Fruity Loop, and when I send it in there, I'm sending it in there as a sample. Okay, so I'm going through my samples and stuff, and as y'all can see, I got some of my songs that I had already exported out. So now I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna name it Survival. So that's gonna be the sample we look for when I export it into the Fruity Loop program. All right. And like I said, man, Fruity Loop right now I think is probably the elite in recording right now because everybody using it. And I'm on an old Fruity Loop, and I'm mixing this stuff and mastering. Now what y'all hear when I put it in Fruity Loop? Okay, the last track I did was outside, and it sounded like how some Rick Ross shit would sound. Like some of his songs, and like he had to delay, like on some of his vocals and shit, like where it'll, like like that song he did, what he say? I think I'm getting money. Must be Illuminati. Um, got me talking to the Holy Ghost in my Bugatti. He knocking on the door. Don't let the devil in. Now and then after they come, it sustained a little bit. Don't let it delayed. Don't let the devil in. That's how I recorded outside, and I used the effects in Fruity Loop to record or to master that song, and it sounded so good. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna leave it just like that. So now I done exported it out. I'm gonna leave the program open. So now we going to Fruity Loop. All right, we going to Fruity Loop. Open it up. Now, in the program, I got one of my files that I'm using to I had started remembering everything because it took me a long time to to catch back on to my program, the Fruity Loop. Same thing I did with the keyboard. It took me a long time to refresh myself. But now it's like riding a bike again, all over again. So now I done exported the sample. Like I can, like I ain't gonna have this plugged up to the computer. I'm using, if I want a sample to get in this damn computer, because that's why they shut me down the first time. I think I got hacked and I had to rebuild my shit. You know, I'm not plugging this up to the internet, but that's what I'm saying. So as y'all can see, I got songs that I already done did in the export. I got missiles up in there, and my tempo for this soundtrack is 81. Okay, so I got to change the tempo to 81. Right up in here, 81. I don't know how it changed, but no. Matter of fact, no, it ain't. This is my export track right here. This is my export file when I do my um, exporting of my songs. So all I gotta do is just set the measure. So that's why we keep the program up. So over here, the final like measure for this song right here. Hold on, let's go all the way to the end. It's about how many? Like 4 minutes and 50 seconds. 4 minutes to be exact. Hold on, right here. Yeah, about 4 minutes and 47 seconds. All right, y'all see that? That's the measure. That's how long the song gets. So over here in Fruity Loop, I gotta set the measure the same way because right now most of these songs are in like about four. This one right here, that's 350. So now I gotta drag, and this is the main track right here, right? So I'm just dragging it to about 447. That's 81 bars right there. Well, it's about 80, 88, 85 bars. This is how long the song is gonna play. There we go, 48, right there. So that's how long the song is gonna be. So now I'm going back to the actual like directory list or whatever for like the tracks. How about they call this? Let me get the right name for y'all. This is the step sequencer. Fruity Loop. So now I'm gonna import. I'm gonna create a new channel and I'm gonna add that sample in, which is the actual song. Hold on over here. Let me open this up a little bit so y'all can see. I named it Survival. So y'all see it right there? Why it's called Survival, right there. So now I'm gonna highlight it and I'm gonna send it into the step sequences as a step sequencer as a new track. Open that new channel or a new channel. There we go. Boom. And all I gotta do is just. It took a long time to manipulate this program too. A lot of people don't know this stuff, but you know, I'm so seasoned. It's like I could use this old shit to get away with doing some shit. All right. So now I got it in there, right? Y'all see that? Y'all remember how it sound like? Remember how the song sound over here? With no effects or anything. I didn't put any effects on the. The only thing I did, I was just I didn't put no effects on this song and song in the recording process, recording mode. The only thing I did was clear up the vocals. That's it. That's the only thing I did. That's the well effect you can say. I put natural shit that you supposed to use anyway, like EQs on there and stuff like that to clear up your vocals, right? This was in Sonar. Now we in Fruity Loop. Now I'm going to use effects. So I can pull up. This is the effect master right here, and I already got everything set up already. Okay, I can have effects on any one of these damn channels I want to, and you can change the sequencer, change the effect channel in your step sequencer for that particular channel that you want. Like right now it's on FX1. Over here, I don't have anything on FX1. I'm using the main channel, but the you know like the effects master like main channel for any of my effects, right? I got a buzz adapter. Y'all gonna hear that, and this is gonna be the delay part I was telling y'all about. Um, Matter of fact, I got a lot of stuff on. I could change it to FS5, you know, to have all this extra shit on there. But we just using the main track for right now, the main channel. But anyway, y'all heard how it sound over there. Let me play it over here again. Let me play it for y'all. Y'all can hear how it sound without no effect. Just gonna play it a little bit, all right?
In the city of shine.
3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all hear how it sound? Natural with nothing on it, no effects. Now this is the way I really want to keep it, but I'm gonna have a little delay on it. So I'm gonna have to put delay on it. So look, peep. And I got all this shit written down like in my notes and all this stuff how I do shit. I can turn the delay on and turn the buzz effects off. Listen to how it sound with the buzz effects on. Listen. Hold on, I gotta turn off the matching on and shit. It's count in. Y'all hear that? So I'm finna turn the buzz off.
This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused.
Now I put the delay on there, but it sound too muffled out. So this is the delay, like master board right here. I don't need no delay. This the bass boost. I probably don't need that. So we want the song to sound as clear as possible, right? If I do use the bass, I'm gonna turn that shit down. See? Cause it's making the track like distorted, right? So I'm gonna try to turn it down. I do want the bass to be in there. This is all mastering right here. It still sound kind of poppy, so I'm gonna turn it off. It's better clear that way. So the only thing I'm trying to do now it's clear, with pretty much no effects on it at all. I'm gonna use the EQ to even master it even clearer, right? You want it to be a little bit more louder and shit. And these knobs, all this shit come into play. That's why I wish I had a mixer board. So now I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna tweak these knobs. I can adjust these levels too, but I like the way I hit them for the last song. So I'm trying to make this shit as clear as possible.
Yeah. I hope you niggas survive. In the city of shine.
And this shit take time, man.
This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah. Or they gon' knock you off your focus. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival.
I could put a chorus line on there. Let me see.
Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah. Or they gon' knock you off your focus.
Nope.
Yeah. They got that on their head.
Compressor. Nope.
You
You try to go with that, make your shit sound good.
While you get blamming at the lips, sound like the feds. Now you up in the shits, and I know where you can flip. And they all up in your mix, and they coming with them sticks. Ain't like they play no games. When these niggas start to rip, they unleash that shit, that hellfire shit. Them missiles that a clip, they will leave better sick. And know it's not a game. When these niggas start to aim, and buck out your brain. Shot go filled with pain, and be hopeless without saying. So why would you be same? Cause niggas not sane, and the most they can rain.
It's called mixing the master.
Bad things and aim it at the name. And these niggas true to it, that's all the niggas say. And these niggas true to it, that's all the niggas say. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah. Or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah. Or they gon' knock you out your focus. Yeah. Your mouth still leaking for them. That's okay, cause they coming back to spray your ass again. Cause you was filling in and leaving them to them. And they coming to jail, so it's best you need to scram. And get up off the land, like a nigga on the land. With no more fucking plan, and know where the fucking been. Cause you was back in the band, and messing with my man. But now he's out the can, cause he got part of my fam. So now we back home, so go on and hit the phone. Cause I got a special tone, when niggas start to roam. Don't forget I won't be wrong, in the city shot the home. But married to hell the throne, so niggas don't you wrong. Cause that could be the last time the ass take the throne. My kingdom, cause I'm calm. Now get to write a song. Cause you don't want to follow me, cause I can get you gone. Cause you don't want to follow me, cause I can get you gone, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, my niggas, you gotta stay focused. Yeah, or they gon' knock you out the focus. Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, this is survival for the hopeless. Yeah, my niggas, you
Okay,
gotta
we're gonna leave it like that.
focused. Yeah, or they gon' knock you out the focus. Yeah, you already know that they don't give a shit. Raised up, you could never get your peso, the grip. Then they caught you out of bounds. And they
Y'all
let
hear
you
that
shit.
ambient?
And sent you to the crossroads to fail down the shit. So don't you even trip. And let's not fucking forget that you was already hoping that you can't get it all big. Now you seeing it and this shit.
I'm trying to get the best clarity possible.
And you know around the pimp. If you ain't got no arms, the best you rotate from the big. Because niggas get the tweaking, they gon' unalive this shit. Now speaking to the ready to take heed to this nigga. Because when it's all said and done, you gon' be needing my shit. So stop acting for because we don't play that bullshit. And niggas bring the beats, I'm just saying this shit. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits. We out here on this mob shit, we making fucking hits, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. My niggas, you gotta stay focused, yeah. When they gon' knock you out the focus, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless, yeah. This is survival for the hopeless.
And sometimes songs be natural better like the way it is, without no extra effects, punch-ins.
I can already tell you right now, half you motherfucking niggas are
I'm gonna leave it just like this. I think it's a done deal already.
in the city is shy.
Now I gotta get the output. I gotta listen to the sound test in the car now.
We got still.
Y'all see how I put the measure all the way out? You gotta go all the way to 447,
So,
448.
for the ones who hopeless, you come through here on that bullshit. Motherfuckers strapped, armed up to this.
Then I gotta export it in Windows now.
Bitch.
Windows Media. Okay, so really after this part right here.
Yeah.
See, they ain't gonna play now. I gotta let it play all the way through.
Yeah. I hope you niggas survive. In the city.
Cause the end is like right around here. So we just gonna leave it like that, and then we gonna export it, and then we gonna see how it end when I play it in the car. All right. So now I'm gonna export it out of Fruity Loop. Now we finna export it into Windows Media. Windows Media. All right. Boom. And the way I put it up in there, I gotta go through visualizations and shit like that. I'm finna name it. Survival Final, because it is like a final rough draft, but it sounds good as fuck. And this is what I used to do without showing y'all, man, like a tutorial back in the day, because we didn't have all this extra shit now that we got now. Social media is fantastic. All right, so now I'm gonna export it. I ain't gotta change nothing. Like there it is right there. The time 448. Beat by measure and stuff. The tempo don't even fucking matter, cause it's already set at 81. Really, speed wise. And the main thing you want with this stuff right here is you don't want your shit buffering too much and all that. You know, it's a lot of technical stuff, especially if you already know engineering. If you know Fruity Loop, you already know what the program is. You know what the lid is. So now I'm gonna save this right here, so I can save. And this is the file I'm using. Misconstrued it. That's the file I'm using. So now I can close this down. And if I were to start, like, let me show y'all real quick. Chop and screw.
Yeah.
That's the value.
I hope you niggas survive. In the city is shy. This is survival for the hopeless. Yeah. This is survival.
See, I already saved it, so I'm not gonna. I ain't gotta say nope. I don't want to save it. I got the value. So now we going over to. I'm gonna close this down too. Now we going to Windows Movie Maker now, media player. So y'all see I got the playlist already set up with most of the songs. So now I'm gonna add it in. Now this survival, I'm gonna take that out. That's the instrumental right there. So I'm taking the instrumental out, delete from the playlist, and I'm playing. I gotta play the whole soundtrack. We'll play the whole playlist just to start to play it. Now I hate to send. I think yep, it's already in copy. So now I'm gonna send survival rough draft out to be played, but into that playlist right there. Right, I can send it to. I'm gonna send it to the copy to device. I'm gonna send it out. Okay, there you go, right there. So now play it.
Yeah, I hope you niggas survive.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So now I'm gonna move it up where it's supposed to be in the playlist right here. Boom. Last thing I gotta do now because I'm gonna burn it on the CD. So now I gotta save it into another file where I'm gonna use when I get ready to export. So I'm saving the media as. I'm gonna take out the instrumental. This is the media file that I'm gonna use to burn my tracks on the CD. Damn, this fucking pesky ass fly. God damn. Okay, delete. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the survival rough draft. So now I gotta name it. So now I gotta name it survival. That's why y'all they don't appreciate artists, man. Especially underground. Underground rappers got a lot of make a lot of more. I think, in my opinion, a lot of more music, and they make better quality music versus mainstream. Because mainstream, it's so technical, and then a lot of that shit be trash. It be garbage. I'm gonna keep it 100. So now I'm gonna save this file into this folder right here. This is the folder I'm gonna use. As y'all can see, I got all the songs up in here, and I name them rough draft or whatever final because those are the ones that's recorded with vocals. So here we go. And save it up in there. Y'all see this? Save it to that folder. And this is the arrangement for the playlist right here. I'm gonna show y'all how to be doing this shit. So now I'm gonna get a CD. I bought some CD. Y'all see that? I know. And it's like these are all like for this project. I'd have used half of that damn thing for this. That's one project because I had to get back into my groove and shit. I used to have those rewritable CDs where I can erase shit, but that shit is over with. So I gotta order a whole new back of those, a patch of those again. Unless they not, if they're not in the store, when I go to Walmart, 'cause that's where I got them from. I think it was about like 200, 300 CDs in that motherfucker or something. I forget how much I paid, like $30 or something like that. But I use this to, so I can. Now I gotta save the playlist now. So I gotta save this whole playlist. Cause I just added this new song in there with a song in there with, so I gotta replace the old playlist with this one right here, with the new one. So there we go. Boom. So this is in the Windows now. Okay? So now we trying to burn this whole playlist, this new with the new song on there and stuff as a rough draft, but now I think it's gonna be the final song, the final version for that song. So now I'm gonna burn the CD. Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna show you the because this ain't hooked up to the internet, so a lot of my stuff is not opening. The stuff I used to use to burn. So now I gotta do it this way. I found one of the programs that still work that let me burn. Windows won't let me burn anything unless I, plug up to the internet, which I told you I'm not plugging this shit back up to the internet no more. This the old system. We're gonna keep the old system. I learned this from Roddy Rob. He kept all this old shit. So when I get the new shit, which I'm about to order another laptop, okay? I'm thinking about downloading the FL Studio on there because it makes sense because I got to get this one fixed. So I'm just going to order the new laptop, which I already got in the cart and stuff. It's the same one as this one. And download the new FL Studio on that one. Okay, and then get all my other shit I got to get, like another MIDI keyboard and shit and, another microphone and stuff. All for the new shit. And it's like I'm doing the same thing like I do with this computer where I can have it accessible. I can take this shit with me on the go. Y'all feel me? So now, I got the CD in there. Now I got to pull up the program I'm about to burn this record on. Okay? So now I'm going to pull up the program. I use this program right here called Record Now. And all I got to do is look for my files. Look. And This is so simplistic and easy. I got everything. All I gotta do is highlight, and I just gotta arrange it when I put it. Add everything in there. Boom. And all I gotta do is move shit up and down. And for me to remember everything how the order's supposed to be, I just go to Windows. Boom. And then I just put up the program. And then I start moving shit around. You know what I'm saying? I know the intro. I know my second. Like this the intro right here. Move that shit up. I can even play the stuff while I'm doing this shit. It'll be playing over there. This shot, this is the final right here. Because that's the chop and screw version right there. Move that shit down. See how simplistic easier? Move this all the way to the bottom. That's the chop and screw. It ain't the. It's not the last one. Then this the last track right here. This the outro, which was a song I had did called Life Creation and Eyes Wide Production. It was like another version of Life Creation and stuff, and I just used it like, playing like in the intro. It's like how y'all be hearing people intros come in, you be hearing music in the background, like some of that shit. Okay, so now we still ordering rearranging everything. So next is missile, rough draft. Move that up. That's really the final version. Move that up there top. I think and then Mod Pit is next. So all I gotta do is go down and find Mod Pit, move that shit up. After Mod Pit is Dump Truck, move that shit up. And people like Dump Truck too. And the recording it was kind of messed up a little bit, but people like what I put up. Next, after I'm ready for him, is outside. Move that up. Boom. Next is survival. It's really called survival of the hopeless, but I just put survival rough draft. Boom. Move that shit up. But it's gonna show all the song titles and stuff when I'm in the car. Next is federal. I'm gonna smash this damn fly, man. He pesky as hell. Crumbs to brick. See now everything's starting to line up. Crumbs to bricks, right there. This was on the menu. Boom. And I'm glad I don't work, so I'm good. I ain't got to go to work. Clapping. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I know you're gonna be around this time anyway. You're gonna get popped. Boom. Upload that. And now I'm gonna show you what's on the such and shots chop. And boom. Now I got the whole record ordered, the arrangement for it, the way it's supposed to be. So now all I gotta do is burn it. And that's it. It's gonna burn and pop out right there. And I put it up on CD the note sheet, whatever you call that. And I just next time I get in the car, I give it a listen. See how it sound in the car. I listen, rigorously and see if I got to go back and edit some stuff or add something or something like that or adjust something or, you know, uh, to make it sound as best as I can output for the listener. So it take a long time. I did this with all my projects, man. Especially when I started, it was like I'm back at the beginning again because I'm using so many CDs, and they all gonna get trashed, like But I keep a lot of them for like just in case something happen. I got like the actual uh, I got the actual copies of the fucking songs. Okay, just in case I need it for something or I might want to buy something or whatever. I got the originals. I got the masters. Okay, and I keep all some of that shit. I can't keep everything, so I just throw it on other CDs or whatever. But as y'all can see, it's burning, and this is the way I do it, man. But this old system right here, y'all seen the process when I built it. It been a process, this whole process. Y'all seen me start back on the keyboard making songs and making beats and shit like that. And then I moved over when I got this shit back working. Uh, which was the best and best. I spent $700 just to get this shit back to normal, working and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to have different sources of how you make your music, and because you get different sounds and you get different, yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You get a different feel when you have different shit. You know what I'm saying? some of the new stuff, everything sounds so, how can I put it, the same. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. Really. Everybody using the same program, right? So it's like you gotta manipulate it, tweak it, and stuff. It's how the engineer producer go about doing it to make it sound unique. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? With my old program. That's why when people hear my shit, they be like, "Damn, that shit sound good." You know what I'm saying? And it's different because it's an old program I'm using. It's the same shit that they just updated it. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound like everybody's shit. So when I get to, playing with shit and they be like, damn, that shit sound good. And they be asking, what you make your shit on? They always ask me that question. Like, I be like, I made my shit on Fruit Loop. Fruit Loop. Yeah. I got the old version. So wait, when I publish this record, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot of people commenting and stuff and asking questions like, where did you get it from? Where did you make your sound on? And such and such and such. What did you record on? And all this and that. Because it's gonna be a real listener that listen. And then they gonna hear this shit and they be like, damn, this shit sound pretty fucking good. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna impress them and they get to calling this shit. I had Empire call me, people in Atlanta call me from this company called Global Solutions. And I'm right here in Chicago and nobody, technically, and the magazine came and interviewed me and put a magazine article up about me and shit. And I was like, damn, like, and I'm not even a producer. They liked the way I made the sound. They was so impressed with that. And then even how I recorded, my friend Miss Wendy City, she was shocking me. She was like, "Man, Lawrence, your shit nice and woo this and that." And she got Pro Tools. That shit was even clear. But now they on Fruity Loop, my nigga. I could do the same thing on this foot. I could record in Fruity Loop, but this Fruity Loop is the best. I think right now, uh, standard wise, as far as like recording, Pro Tools it's kind of like obsolete now because everybody used it and then you can upload it in everybody's studio that got Pro Tools. FL Studio is probably the same way, but just a little bit different. But it's more sophisticated now and faster. It's like you don't have to buy nothing but one program to do everything now. And that's Fruity Loop. Everybody kept trashing. Fruity Loop got everybody dancing, my nigga. Half of the songs you hear on the radio, Drake songs, Fruity Loop, my nigga. Anybody you think of, they're not using them big ass fucking synthesizer keyboards and shit no more. All that old recording shit. No. One program. FL Studio. That's why they call it a studio. Because they got every fucking thing in that motherfucker. They got samples in that motherfucker. They got all the instruments, generators and shit. And come on, dog. I'm about to buy the full version of that shit. I didn't get the full version of this. This 3.5 right here that I got. Not a CD done. Last thing I do is pop that motherfucker up there. Boom. Next time I get in the car, I give it a listen. And I let the playlist play out. Now these are songs that's done right here. Let's count them. Minus the intro, because these are already like built-in songs that's already done. So I'm done with this. Boom. Close that down. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Now we on the eighth song. Federal. Okay. I think that's it. I think we can move on because I think the survival song, I think that's probably gonna be a final right there. I'm not gonna even try to go back and add nothing to it and re-record nothing. I was able to get it uh, a good sound bite in because SJ went outside, the kids went to sleep. It was dead quiet over here. And I immediately jumped up at 12:30 after she FaceTimed me and shit. She was still outside. And I was like, man, let me get a record. Let me start recording because I know I ain't gonna get this moment again. Now she got the fan on because I could have went back in and started working on song number 8, which is Federal. Okay, the songs that's really recorded besides the intros, because it's like really 14 songs altogether, 14 tracks. Right? Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This already done. This is chopped already. This song done. So it's really 13 songs on this record. Really. 12, really. with the intros and then the extras chopped and chopped and screwed for that one song, Shalingo. Um, but yeah, um, I got about how many songs to record? One, two, three, four, five, six. I got 6 more songs, like I said, to record now. So I'm gonna start working on the next one, Federal. I think I got the verses written down a little bit for this one, I think. If not, I'm about to start working on that. Gonna hurry up and speed this shit up so I can get this record done. The most tedious one to record is gonna be this what's on the menu. But I got the swag how I'm gonna do it. I got Clapham wrote down already. I'm gonna show you. I got that one. You gonna get Pop already written. This was on the menu. I think I got Crumbs to Bricks. I gotta look again. But these 3 songs really, Final, Federal, Crumbs to Bricks, and this was on the menu. Gotta get written. If they not in my notes, so I'm gonna hurry up and get those written, so I can smash this, get this record pretty much over and done with. Hopefully by September or before then, I'll be ready to release it. And I think I'm gonna do an October release. This will be my second October release. I did do a Halloween release on October 31st, but I think I may do it on Sweetie's Day or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yep, to drop niggas off, let them know the Don is here. All right. But anyway, man, thank y'all for checking out the live, man. Make sure y'all go follow me on YouTube Music right here. All right, y'all can play, give me some spins, man. I need the motherfucking streaming revenue. And then make sure y'all follow me on Spotify, Pandora, Apple, iTunes, all that stuff, man. Any platform that came out. I'm on Snapchat, Instagram. I'm on Facebook, TikTok. I got music everywhere, man. Make sure y'all just fuck with me, man. I need y'all support, man. For real. Y'all want me to keep doing this shit? Fuck with your boy. But anyway, I'm up out of here, man. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. See y'all next live. Jack, 3 o'clock.